Welcome back. Before the break, we saw two pitches that failed to yield a single offer from our dragons. Our next entrepreneurs will be hoping that their pitch will release the floodgates and get all our investors reaching for their checkbooks. In their award-winning Louth restaurant, Sarah Lochlainn and husband Sarajit Chanda found that the most popular dishes on their menu were coming from family recipes passed down by Sarajit's mother, Aruna. It gave them the idea for the product they're pitching today.
Hello Dragons, my name is Sarah Lochlainn and this is my husband Sarajit Chanda and we own Aruna Sauces. Today we are pitching for €30,000 in exchange for 8% of our company.
Aruna makes authentic restaurant quality curry sauce. This recipe belongs to my mother Aruna. It is an honor for me to bring her recipes into Irish kitchens.
Our consumer focus groups have told us that people find Indian cuisine quite difficult to master in their own kitchens. Participants were delighted to hear that a restaurant quality solution existed that had been tailor-made for them by a professional chef, that is easy to use, convenient, authentic, healthy, and absolutely delicious. Thank you for your attention. We would be delighted to answer any questions you may have, but first we would like to invite you to try some of our product.
For any food product in the den, the taste test is hugely important. Sarajit's mum's sauce seems to be going down well, but it isn't long before the dragons turn their attention to the business side of things.
Sarajit, Sarah, my name is Sean.
Hi Sean, how are you?
So tell me, these products are on the market right now?
Yeah, they've been on the market now for 2 years. We had been making curry sauce in our restaurant for takeaway, and it was going very well. So in January 2010, we decided to launch it as a retail product.
Could I see one of the packaging
Sure.
units? What are the distribution outlets that you have for the product, and how much revenues do you have?
At the moment, we have about 60 retail outlets. We're available in SuperValues, in independent retailers, in craft butchers, and in fine food stores and specialty shops.
And what would your revenues be?
Revenues for year one, which was 2010, our revenue was 53,000. Year two, 2011, 90,000. And our projected revenue for 2012 is 350,000. For year four, 650,000. And year five, 1.3 million.
What's the retail cost and what's your cost of goods sold?
The unit price of producing the sauce in a pouch is 92 cents, leaving the factory. After distribution, it's €1.30. So we have a 35% margin, which allows us to sell it to the retailer for €2.
And what's the consumer pay?
Well, it depends on the retailer's margin, but somewhere between €3 and €3.50.
So the product tastes good and the figures seem sound. Time for Nora Casey to get to know a little bit more about the history of her prospective partners.
What's your background, by the way, Sarah?
I have a degree in French and Italian from NUIG. During my travelling years, I worked my way up in restaurants to management. In the intermittent years where I worked in Ireland, I worked mostly in tourism and in teaching languages.
And Sarajit, you're a chef, obviously.
Yeah.
An entrepreneurial chef.
Yeah, I was working in this line for 20 years.
20 years. So I've only one other question to ask you. When I go into my local supermarket, I feel the shelves are groaning with sauces, Indian sauces. What makes yours special and different from all of those that are already available?
Well, our USP is made up of two key messages. The recipe is authentic and genuine and has been passed down from mother to son. But key to our product is that it's restaurant quality.
I've actually used this product at home. Loved the sauces, Sarajit. So thanks to your mammy and thanks to you. So where are we as regards a listing with a very large multiple?
We've just finished our production trials and we have just costed it per unit. Our deadline was baby's due next week, so that's an uncompromising deadline. So we can now attend buyers' meetings, so those negotiations are quite advanced.
With a restaurant, new business and a new baby, Sarah and Sarajit will be kept pretty busy. But will any of our dragons be there to lend a hand?
Tell me what's the shelf life on it?
The shelf life in tubs is currently 8 weeks. The shelf life in pouches is being tested for 12 weeks.
Good.
Our next step is to UHT the product. That would actually allow the product to be stored ambient, which would reduce the cost to the retailer.
You can make this an ambient product, or you're planning to?
We're planning to, yeah.
That makes a huge difference to your proposition here.
Yeah.
Because a chilled product that's perishable, that has a shelf life, as I'm sure you know, you're aware, causes huge difficulties in trying to just forecast your own production and sales and returns and wastage.
I actually disagree with Niall on this. Once you move to a UHT product, you will not be able to get the same quality product. Now, I accept that there are distribution synergies, you know, the whole shelf life thing. You solve all those problems, but I think you compromise on quality. So,
well, if we do, we will have to look at, should we stay in a chilled, pasteurised product? Because at the end of the day, if we don't have a USP, we don't have a product.
Well, I'd be strongly advising you that that's where you would be staying. But,
okay.
But
Sarah and Sarajit, obviously Bobby has a lot of concerns. I think you're fantastic. I've tasted the sauces and liked them. You seem to have done a lot of work. So I'm going to make you an offer for 30,000, but I would need 15%.
Okay, thank you.
So Gavin is the first to break cover. He's offering the full amount of money, but in return for almost twice the amount of equity. Will one of the other dragons now try to better his offer?
I like this business. I like you. I'm in the chilled food business at the moment. It's something I think that we could absolutely work very well together on. I'm going to give you the entire €30,000, and I'm only going to look for 15% of the business.
You have 2 offers on the table already. Let me tell you, I love the packaging. The food product is good, but I think the food business is actually quite tough. I think you'll probably need more than that €30,000 down the line to build up that distribution channel. So I think you'll be successful if you keep chasing your dream, but I have no interest in investing, so I'm out. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
I have a proposition for Bobby and for you. Given that I have Food and Wine magazine and I have the marketing end of it, and I'm not singing Bobby's song, he can sing it himself, but he's the restaurant business and some food. I wondered about giving you 50% of the money you need, so that's 15,000. But I'd be looking for a tiny little bit more. I'd be looking for 8%, and Bobby may be looking for 8% too if he's willing to share in the investment because of the value that I bring to the table.
well, on that basis, I'll be delighted to partner Nora in the offer at 15k for 8%.
Now, the problem you have is that getting 2 drinks, they've only 8% each. So how much will they actually put in input, in time?
Sarah, he doesn't have to speak for me, because you know what, 8%, 50%, you'll always get the same commitment from me in terms of investments.
And I'm sure you want somebody who knows the business and understands the business as I do.
Bring some value to the table.
And I'm in the
allow
food
them to go away and consider it.
Thank you.
The couple now have 3 very strong offers from the Dragons, but are being asked to part with twice the amount of equity they intended. For our restaurateurs, will it be too much to swallow?
First of all, we would like to thank everyone for their offers. We'd like to discuss equity. So if we were to up the equity to 12%, where would you all stand on that sort of negotiation?
For me, I wouldn't be interested at 6%. I don't know how Bobby feels. It just wouldn't be enough for me.
I only make one offer, generally, and that's the case today, so that's it from us, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I'm at 15%, but with me, you will get listed in all the major multiples and in the UK.
And Gavin?
Is it worth arguing over 3%?
Could be when the business is worth 20 million. We could go to 14%.
And would you be happy to go with me at 14%? I don't feel loved there, Sarah.
No, we do, we
we
love you, Gavin, we do, yeah. But we do want to throw that offer open to the floor, if that doesn't offend you, to see who else would be willing to talk about 14%.
I only admire you all the more for doing that.
My position is still as it was. Sorry, guys.
As it was?
Yeah.
As is mine.
And much as you're valuing the business, I have to value myself, my time, and the shareholding. And if I'm only protecting 1%, let me have it, and let me work with you for that.
Okay.
I don't know why in my country very much superstition in the butterfly. Butterfly is very good luck. I don't know why butterfly.
And he's landed at your feet.
In my country, everything is very, very good luck.
And Sarajit,
He's me.
Sarajit, I guarantee you, if you touch that butterfly now and it starts to fly, it'll fly towards me. And your mother would never forgive you if you picked the wrong dragon.
Do you think the equity is too much? What do you think? Okay.
Okay, no, I don't know.
Right. Sarajit has made the executive decision. He says, let's go with Gavin. So we'll
Well
go with
done, Gavin.
Thank you very much. Sorry, let me give you a hug.
And so Gavin gets the deal. And while Niall looks around for a butterfly swatter, his fellow dragons gallantly celebrate Gavin's win and the formation of a brand new business partnership.
Well done, Gavin. You got a good one there.
But it was the butterfly.
Yeah, that was it.
I thought he got it because he was cheap, actually, and he took a lower percentage.
Could be that. Could be that. Could be that.
Folks, that was incredible in there. 4 dragons, 3 offers, an incredible position to be in.
Yeah, an enviable position. We were absolutely delighted. And I suppose the dream team of Nora and Bobby made it so difficult to decide. The plan was to stay calm and make a calm decision, so we tried not to get carried away with the heat of the moment.
Where did you learn those negotiating skills?
My father was a sheep farmer from Donegal, so I suppose I've been around those kind of negotiating skills all my life.
In the end, you went for Gavin. Why did you pick him?
Gavin was a very good media background, very strong media background, very important for our business. And that's why I thought Gavin is better for us.
Well, you've got a great business. You've got a great dragon behind you. The very best of luck with it.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.